fairly small, unattractive tree.
Huh. I'd like to see how attractive you'd look if someone disturbed you on the pot in the morning.
You mean...
Anyway.
The garden always looks fantastic, Arbor.
Thank you. It's a girt load of work. People always think elf gardens are fab.
You have got green fingers. You tree shepherds do a great job.
Tree shepherds? The trees just stand there. What do they need a shepherd? However, I quite fancy one of those shepherd dogs. Hey, Rex, do you want to be my shepherd dog? Nah, my darling. I'm a gardener. Nothing more, nothing less.
Mother put me on a diet this morning so that I'll look perfect for my...
Oh, everything has to be perfect for her. No such thing in nature, of course. Or rather, everything is perfect if you just let nature run its course.
You tell that to Mother.
I have, many times. She'd be very clever in some things, but very daft concerning that.
Now then, she is the queen.
I'm old enough to be able to call a spade a spade. Spade, gardener. Get it?
What are you up to today, then? Got much on?
Oh, the usual. You know, it never rains in the Elfborough, but the flowers need their water, so I water them every day.
Ah, the curse of good weather.
The weather isn't the only thing which isn't right. I've been here 30 years.
Time passes differently in the Elfborough. Slower.
Well, that's why everyone grows to be ancient here, obviously. But if we had a bit of normal weather and the usual season...
You and Father...
Ah, no one understands. But I don't often ask him for help. Thinking has never got a field dug, if you get my drift.
He's just more of a...
Ah, the mud on your feet, the smell of fresh earth, all that joy and life. And he's missing out on the...
I have to get on.
Yep, got a bit to do myself. I just don't know what's wrong with that plant over there. Your mother got a whole heap of flowers given to her the other day from a fairy delegation. All of them took good and strong, just not that one.
Perhaps it needs a special type of soil or something.
Well, anything's possible. If I don't think of something soon, I'll have to ask your father. He can have a little chat with her and she might tell him what's up.
If you're going in, it'd be nice if you didn't tell my mother that you saw me out here.
Oh, you playing hooky again? My lips are sealed.
Mother thought it was unseemly of the bees to build their hive in our garden. I don't think she could get used to the thought that she would no longer be the only queen. It doesn't look very well at all. It's unusual for flowers to hang. Normally they blossom in our good earth, not to mention the power of arbours. This is Mother's mirror. It's said that you can see into the furthest corners of the land and know what's happening in every part of the world. At the moment, it's no more than a shallow bowl. The water's missing. I don't know the names of all the plants in the garden. Grandmother knows them all, which is probably down to the fact that it was her that gave many of the plants their shite beerwood, sweat tea, dodder flower, fat hen, bistort, stink root. We no longer invite her to family gatherings. A lovely spot, so long as the bees who have built their hive directly above... A lovely spot. I don't have any time to rest, and that's good. At last. There's only a little water left in the bird bath. Cheep Cheep always says that it evaporates quickly. I, however, think that the constant need to replenish the water is more down to his unbridled, joyous splashing. There are reeds and water lilies growing in the pond. Naturally, they were planted there. They don't grow in the wild. I can't think of any use for a water lily, but the spring brook emerges up there. It's still small here, but it becomes one of the largest and most important rivers in the woodland realm. That leads up to the throne room. Mother will be conducting the affairs of state with an eye. That's a weeping willow. It appears to be so content it looks anything. Swords of all the idiots who have tried to conquer the elf. It's become less frequent over the last few centuries. There's a selection of cubes here. For a while, it was all the rage at official state visits. The Biggest Plant Book of Avantasia by Charles Mendel with illustration, a standard reference book that Arbor always used to consult every now and then. However, he insists that... A present from one of the North. Strange folk up there. The men climb mountains and shout foul-mouthed things in dragon's language at the dragon. I think it's some kind of... Goldsmith. Like all books in this library, it's a get. Those elves, they have so many beautiful statues and items of wood. They'll be really interested in this. What they don't realise, though, is that if we're interested in a subject, then we'll already... Working with wood. There's a master whittler down in the valley. He carves animal figures so real that humans and dwarfs believe that they are... This one's more about interior. Plane the wood down by a pixie's thumb. Several books about animals, an atlas, a book about humans, and what's this? Fishing for the modern... I haven't really got the time to sit and read a book, and if I had, there must be a medical book for elves. A great example of the variety of our... Some of the ideas Mother Nature has can be quite off the wall. A few years ago, this dragon was causing a whole lot of grief. About 40 brave warriors penetrated its lair and slew it. They brought the head to the palace where it was displayed in triumph. The strange thing was that a bit later more adventurers came carrying an identical... What have we got here then? Aha! Ah! Almanac of Elf Medicine. That's what I've been looking for.
Ow! Be careful if you...
A speaking book?
An ill elf?
Ill elf? So I look ill?
Take it easy, young one thing at a...
Young one? I'm older than you.
And you look it too.
I do?
No, of course not, and I can also see no illness. But the mere fact that I've been fished out from the back of the shelf for the first time in
I haven't been feeling too well recently. I know that elves are very seldom ill, but if...
Seldom ill. Elves can, for instance, suffer.
Oh, please.
It is one of the most common causes of death amongst beautiful princesses.
Oh, it must be something else.
Sensitive elves can sometimes suffer from the pains of the world. There are a variety of ear infections, and of course it could also be... But I think it is...
Like what?
To be completely certain, you must...
Are you serious?
Very.
All right, this potion.
It is very easy. You need to pound together the green fruit of a metis bush, a spoonful of honey.
Oh, that sounds
It's medicine, it isn't a...
And if I drink it...
We will then at least know
This meta...
Haven't a clue. I'm just a book and have spent years sandwiched...
Are you
I am a magical medicine book. That...
I've never encountered it.
Of course not. I am the... In the magical library in Seastone, or...
A red...
Of course. Red herrings are... Their uses in the areas of...
All right, so I've got... I demand...
Sometimes...
I can...
A placebo only works when... Make the potion and then come back and drink it.
You were probably given...
Right. I was a complete... As I am a book about elf medicine, I didn't get much to do in Seastone. I thought...
Yeah, we elves don't.
And more than that, you don't actually have much time for books.
We don't have much use for books. We sing songs about times past, and many of us...
Then that's probably also the reason why so many elves...
What do you mean?
Allow me to elucidate. Over the years, the songs you elves sing will be changed and adapted. A little here, a little there. And who can prove otherwise?
And if it's...
Have you been bit...
No?
Then it can't. No, I'm pretty sure it's something...
Thank you.
Normally, it's me that... You are only a princess.
The medicine book is a bad-tempered, grumpy old... This flower clearly is one of the more exotic. It comes from a country in the... It's said that the flower of this plant used to be sent as a... Perhaps I can help... The wood of intelligent apple trees is off... For a long time, botanists thought... This plant reminds me of the one that Arbor's having problems with at the... Lovely. The love lily enters into an enduring relationship with it. If the partner plant dies, then the love... Guard plants, Vigilia orderi... They have been especially valued in times of famine as they do not require as much food as, for instance, dogs. They can... The door can be opened easily from the outside. If it was up to me, it would stay open. Pearls, goodness knows what I... Water's the easiest ingredient to find. We have copious amounts of it here. That should do it. The medicine book reckoned that it should be a viscous potion. This flower was given to us by the... I bet they belonged... It's a start, but there are still ingredients. No more water in the... And that's the sound of Cheep Cheep snore. I'm going to have to take a few more of your seeds, but I promise this is the last time. One can almost see the edge of the wood through the telescope, but I just... Mother would never forgive me, and there are so many... There's only... Aye. A handy smooth stone. Arbor's sheep. Arbor's pot. I really shouldn't... I should tell Mother how her daughter... No idea what kind of bush this is, but its red fruit looks... If I learnt one thing in the woods, it's that you shouldn't eat anything you don't know, regardless of... No idea... If I learnt... Mother pours water from various jugs into this bowl to cast a spell. She did this almost daily in times gone by to ask... Ever since the mirror started to hesitate with the answer a few months... The plant book said that a love lily chooses another. Perhaps it isn't okay. Look, do you know this flower?
Ha ha ha! You did well, girl.
It would appear so.
You snivelling, girl? You all right?
No. Yes? I don't know.
Well then, I think I've earned myself a little rest now.
Isn't that just lovely? Two plants that... You're having a good time, I see.
What can I do for you?
If I were ill and needed to make some medicine, then...
Ill? You're an elf!
But if I...
Oh, come on now.
Do we have a lettuce bush in the garden here?
That bush over yonder.
But that fruit's red.
And what colour do you expect then?
Green. Are they only green when they're not ripe?
Nah, they're blue then. They're green when the bush senses...
Pardon?
The lettuce bush has exceptionally delicious sweet fruit. But if it...
Ah, and the bush only has red fruit because it has nothing to be afraid of here.
That's right.
I often see you fishing. Could you lend me your...
Of course. If... What's up?
I was convinced that I would have to make my own fishing rod or that you'd ask me to collect a variety of mystical items in exchange for it.
Why? It's only a rod.
Thanks.
Not everything needs to be complicated.
There's something... Look, I found this...
Woodcraft?
I thought it might...
I don't like horror.
Horror story?
Wood that has been clamped into a revolving monstrosity to be...
Sorry, never looked at it.
branches sawed off, boards...
I have to get...
That...
This is a lettuce bush, just what I... Only its fruit is red. According to Arbor, the bush's fruit becomes... This is a lettuce, only... According to... The worms provide a great lure and should increase my fishing success rate. I always hang one onto the hook before I cast the line out. I don't have a clue about fishing, but just as I expected, nothing. On the other hand, somehow I have the feeling that I now know what I'm doing. The worms provide a great... I always hang one onto the... A good solid fishing rod. Nothing special, but I should be able to catch something with it. As suspected, there are red herrings swimming in the pond. But they always come back to their homeland to breed. They're the only known fish for... Red herrings are fast and slippery. The willow is stretched. One part of the waterfall's already lying in its shadow. If it continues to grow like that... The waterfall and I have been neighbours for so long that I don't really hear it. That's a weeping willow. There's only a little water left in the bird bath. I guess that I can just practice until I'm good enough. Or I could try to speed things up by learning more about fishing elsewhere. Perhaps there are a few... A lucrative season with a successful technique doesn't just depend on the... It doesn't matter whether you jig, dip, toddle or feed. Wobblers, twisters, spinners, blinkers, poppers, jigs, jerks and live bait must be presented in the most enticing ways possible. I haven't the faintest idea what all that means. Hi.
Well?
We have a lettuce bush in...
Those will be useless. Red lettuce fruit are sweet. We need...
Thank you.
That's what...
If it were possible to hit fish with stones, who'd need a rod? Red herrings are fun. The worms provide a... I always... Oh. A classic. At last. Now I can tick the red herring off my list. This is a metis bush, just what only it's fruit. The pipe smoke seems to have calmed them down a bit. You're having a good...
What can I...
You shouldn't... It's not healthy.
No lungs, no problems.
Don't you think it's a bit weird and warped?
Yeah, I know. I'm terrible. Don't tell no one, though.
About the...
Art.
What was that with the metis...
If the bush gets scared, feels threatened or unwell, then its fruit will turn green and sour.
There's some... Do you some...
Arr.
And bored.
If you're bored, then why stay?
Me? And Mother's scared that something might happen to me out.
Well, of course. And what's it called when things happen to you? Life. You fall over, you get up. Well, how can one enjoy the sunshine if it never rains?
I have to get...
That...
The pipe smoke seems to... I don't really know much about reeds or pipe. I don't really know much about reeds. I'm not going... There appears to be an amazing... I wonder if there's any... I've got what I need, but this is so much fun. A classic. Pity. A classic. Pity. According to Arbor, the bush's fruit becomes green. Do you need a couple of big fat worms to loosen the earth up for you?
No thanks, I've enough. I breed them in my pot.
That's Arbor's little spade. He always leaves his stuff all over. I just need to borrow your...
Of course! Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
This is a metasp, only it's fruit. That leads up to the mother will be conducted. It's said that a ruler in the north wanted to build himself. Unfortunately, he died. Since Nate left without saying so much as a word, Mother seized the opportunity to marry me off to a... Sometimes it's difficult to believe that they look as if some... Each cube is... Helmets with horns. Perhaps I have enough knowledge. Hi.
Well,
What are the po...
the green fruit of a metasput, you have to put everything...
Thank you for your help.
That's...
pipe smoke seems to have calmed them down. You're having...
What can I...
About...
Art,
Do you know how...
try the kitchen.
I prefer not to want...
Ah, of course. Some...
Would that beehive in the...
Oh, I'd be careful with that. The bees...
Couldn't they be distracted or tricked in some way?
Beekeepers wear protective clothes and use smoke that calms the bees. But I don't have any beekeeper kit here. I just let the bees keep their honey and they pollinate my flowers. That's how we've always done it.
There's some... I have to get...
Art,
The smoke from Arbor's pipe seems to be calming the bees. This is my chance.
hey now, you all right there?
Sorry, had to do it.
Well, I'm not happy about this destruction of nature.
I don't need any more. The rest is...
Oh! But that's enough. The bees need a bit too.
According to Arbor, the bush is free. Look at this! You'll be forced to marry this terrible prince even though you don't know him. Ugh. Doesn't seem to... This is only... You're having a good...
What?
I have to...
Art,
This is Mother's... At the moment, it's no more... The plant would survive, I'm sure. About 1 spoon of honey. Thanks for the sacrifice, little fish. I've nearly done it. Just missing the green fruit of the lettuce bush. There's... Earrings that sparkle and glint. Earrings that... I hope he'll sleep a while longer. He's gonna make a... There's only a little water left. I help. According to Arbor, the bush's fruit becomes green. You're having a... I have to get...
Arp.
Shame that the tree's casting more before the... What? Hi.
Well,
What are the
the green... You have to put everything in...
Thank you.
That's what...
Why do so many people hate this flower? Perhaps it has... Now that explains why this flower's class... If the bush had a heart, it would have skipped a few beats. Thanks. Oh, that fruit smells really sour. Now I've got all the ingredients. I'm pretty sure that there's never been anything so utterly revolting concocted in the Elf Burrow ever. Oh, I hope this is some kind of joke. Hi.
Well, what's up?
The potion's ready, but you don't seriously expect...
You must.
Cheap, I'm so... Yes, I know, but... This, medicine. Well, I did tell you that I wasn't feeling well, and...
She has to drink it, the sour metis fruit, sweet.
Oh, it looks revolting.
It is medicine, it's not... That's right, down to the last drop.
No, in actual fact, it's quite tasty. I could definitely drink another...
Congratulations, Ivo. You are pregnant.
No. That is completely impossible. You must be wrong. Surely it's a misdiagnosis.
You are an elf and say that potion is quite tasty. I could definitely drink another glass of that. That's raging hormones talking.
I don't have any hormones. Cheap, no. No, the book has made a mistake. I cannot be pregnant. I've never stood in the divine water with Nate on Midsummer's Night singing the Song of Life. Why? How do humans do it? They do what?
Elves and humans can have children together, but it's not possible without sex.
You see? We never had sex. At least not to my knowledge.
But the diagnosis...
Let's just pretend that I am pregnant.
If we discount, which would certainly appear to... then that leaves us with just the... Did you, perhaps, make some kind of pact with a goblin regarding the child?
No.
Has a god in the guise of a bull appeared?
No.
Have any stars fallen?
No, not that I'm aware.
Then that just leaves magic. Or...
I wish it was so cheap, but my feeling is that the book is right. One thing's certain. I don't know either. Oh. I'm not sure how, and I'm not sure why, but it would appear that I'm pregnant. And as all other possibilities, that's fantastic! No, of course I didn't mean it like that, but just think, that sounds like totally obvious what we need to do now. We ask Archmage. He's the wisest magician in the realm of man, and he's a friend. Oh, no, you don't. You remember who was meant to be looking after me so that nothing happens to me, don't... Alistair's sure to have the answers. We'll have to track him down in the main... Only, how are we going to get there? Oh, yeah, saying fly is all well and good. No, we need a fast mode of transport. And then there's the small... Their longbows can take out a fly's eye at 400 metres. And they will shoot. You don't by any chance know the password that the Border Watch use? That's exactly the problem. Mother chooses a new... Oh, why don't you know the password? Hey, know-it-all. Mother's mirror. It knows more than you. If we work as a team, we should be able to... After all, if it is a curse, then I'm the victim. Well, yes, I know that. She'll blame us whatever happens. But it's best for us to have some answers rather than just presenting her transport and the password. Let's go. Hey, Cheap. This sex that you spoke about, what is it and why should I not have it? I know that I'm an elf princess. That's exactly the reason I should have something like this. Perhaps even two. Oh, I will find out. Think, Cheap. Flight magazine? You've taken out a... Yeah, all right. Hippogriff stud Aculeus in the Blue Mountains. A hippogriff? That could carry me, but the Blue Mountains aren't close. And a pot of gold. Now... Yes, I think you're... Do you think I could play the princess card and ask the stud to loan us a hippogriff? That'd cost a lot less. Yeah, you're right. They'd blab to everyone. Bad idea. I've got sunflower. I can imagine the whole experience. We will get through this together. I'll be back. That's just what I need. I don't know how Cheep Cheep escaped the music box, but he does say he knows various mystical fighting techniques. There's only a little water left in the bird bath. I, however, think that an all-knowing mirror. In the current situation, the only question is how to cast a spell over the mirror. I've never... You're having a good...
What?
Do you know how to cast...
Do I look like a magician?
Perhaps you saw Mother...
Harmony. She tips water from 3 different vessels into the bowl and then mumbles. Some kind of elf priestess.
Tell me.
I don't know. Ask myself. The bees pollinate the flowers. The flower seeds are carried away. Very simple. But elves, humans and dwarves don't produce nectar.
Yeah. And also our children don't grow in...
I know. Isn't it?
Arbor.
Ah. But one has to do what one has to do.
Oh, thank you, Arbor. And don't tell...
I wouldn't dream of it. Just don't you go staying away too long now. You know, time out.
Of course. In the outside world, we elves age like humans. That's why most elves avoid it like the plague.
Quite right.
If I happen to need a...
If I be the Sultan of the 3 deserts and you had juicy grapes, would you feed me?
Okay, seriously. Do you have a pot of gold?
Just like you have grapes and be the Sultan.
I have to get on. Why not? Perhaps I'm in luck. It works. One of the symbols is glowing. There are 3 I want... They're the same ones as the Each symbol depicts a droplet. Sometimes there's a line underneath it. Haven't got a... I have seen these symbols once. No, I've already poured in water from the waterfall. Right then, fresh water for the boat. If I do succeed in escaping, it'll be a while before... Do I have the right to drag him into it? He should really have the choice of returning as soon as I escape. I already know everything. Hey, Cheap. Do you think I could play the... Yeah, you're right. I'll be back soon. Nothing for it. Have to talk to Pa.
Ivo, I thought that we'd agreed that you would stay in your room.
I'm
What are you...
pretty. I am pretty.
But of course you... So you disobeyed me just to tell...
I'm no longer a...
No. Did you trick Cheap Cheap and then climb over the balcony?
I just left my... You said yourself I've put on a few pounds.
Where does this...
I can't keep asking myself what to do with my life. Perhaps marriage isn't such a bad idea.
It most certainly isn't. And if you train diligently, I'm sure Prince Lalilos will like you a lot.
Of course. Fine.
I would love to help you, but I'm most dreadfully busy. A kind of epidemic seems to have broken out in Seastone.
An epidemic in Seastone?
It's strange. We're getting reports from the whole of the Middle Kingdom. Objects and beings have been... changed.
What do you mean?
The situation isn't clear. It appears as if some kind of... Do you remember the story of the Nothing? A big blackness that gradually swallowed a fairy...
Of course.
This time it is much worse.
An epidemic in Seastone. Is it wise? On the other hand, Wilbur and the Archmajor in Seastone. Perhaps I can help them to fight the epidemic in exchange for them helping me with my problem. This symbol's on the bottom of the mirror bowl in the garden. No idea what it means. That's Mother's area of expertise. Only priestesses are allowed to get water. Up to now, my mother hasn't tried to make me into a priestess. This symbol's on the bottom of the mirror. This symbol's on the... Pa doesn't like getting up early. He always says he needs lots of sleep, but he's never said why. Hey, Pa, the day started ages ago.
What? Oh, Ivo, how's my favourite daughter?
I'm your only daughter.
Oh, that I had 100. You are and will remain something...
Pa, you're nuts. Isn't it a wonderful day today? Again.
Just as the caterpillars cough in the morning dew. Yet, something seems...
Enlighten me.
The wide sky, high on the rooftop, they may be clever, but they are not wise.
Enlighten...
Them dancing the tango and farting uncontrolled are confusing to...
She looked me...
Have you...
She started.
She
And she only wants... How can it be best for me if she constantly...
She believes that this will help prepare you for the life that awaits you.
I'd just like to decide for myself.
I know. Your mother just doesn't understand that, because she never had that choice.
But...
You shouldn't worry too much. It's not good for the baby.
You know.
Has a zebra got stripes?
How can it have happened? Why?
I don't know. Is that important?
It is. I want to know what's happened to me.
Then look for the answers, my little bud.
How can you be so calm about it?
Because I know that everything will be fine in the end.
And if it isn't fine?
Then it is not the end.
If you don't know what the pregnancy's all about, then I'll have to travel to Seastone and ask the Archmage.
The fact that I don't know means that you did not get pregnant by natural means. And if something does not conform to the laws of nature, then it must be magic. No one knows more about these things than Alistair.
We agree, then?
Like snails munching cabbage. Only...
I know, but I'll work on that. Pa, would you have used the artifact of divine fate, or would you have hidden it like we did?
I think that too much power can corrupt...
But you have great powers, and you've never used them.
I could have cured diseased woodlands with the artifact. Then I might have chased away the lumberjack.
I could have helped a lot of...
Things take time, Ivo. If you force change...
I've got quite a lot to think.
Goodbye, little daughter.
See you later, Father. I can blame Mother for a lot of things. On the contrary, she does the same work as 3 people put together. Only priestess up... I don't know what I could ask. Each symbol depicts a droplet. Sometimes there's a line underneath it, sometimes above. Haven't got a... I have seen these symbols once before. This symbol's on the bottom of the mirror bowl in the garden. No idea what it means. That's Mother's. only priestess. Up to now, my mother hasn't tried to make me into a priest. Pa?
Yes, Poppet?
Old
deep
that... Mother wants... Is that your...
All I will...
Haha, so I'm not going... Oh.
You are an elf princess. It's just when and who. I'd rather just...
I wish you could convince...
I fear her faith in your taste of men has been shaken a little since she wants to prevent your heart being broken again. That's why...
Doesn't Mother's way of doing things...
Natural.
Then why don't you...
Does the GNU talk of spring when the shadows are tickling the squirrel? I love her. It's just a phase. And if she doesn't change, then I will not love her any less. I love you both as you are.
In life... I've got quite...
Good.
See you later. This symbol's on the... This symbol... The waterfall... That's a weeping... Eat... Haven't got a... I have seen these... Hi.
Well...
You were...
Indeed, someone is of the opinion that...
Oh, come...
I could tell you a lot about it, but it would be unwise for... They could burn me, or even worse.
How to...
They are very similar to human pregnancies, only they take a lot. You are presumably in the 6th.
And if I go into the world of humans to talk to the Archmage...
Then your pregnancy. The consequences are difficult to predict. I am not aware of...
Let's hope it doesn't come to that. If everything goes to plan, then I'll be back in a couple of days and we'll know what's happened.
That would be advisable. Pregnancy can play havoc with the... It does not take a lot of imagination to work out what a turbo pregnancy in the...
Thank you for your...
That's what...
Hate. I'm really sorry about that business with... Are we friends again? Good. Sometimes I wish I'd kept the artifact of divine... Well, an object that would make every wish come true. Yes, I know, too much power for one person. That's why Archmage Alistair and I made a... Do you think I could play the princess? Yeah. I'll be back... There appears to be an amazing collection of stuff. I wonder if there's... Oh. Shame that the tree's casting more and more shade over the waterfall. Before the sun... I don't know what I could ask. Would you like a pipe cleaner for your pipe, Arbor?
No, and I would be most cheered if you didn't decapitate any more plants in my...
Oh. I'll only give it back when I don't need it.
Very well, Your Royal Highness. Huh, how old are you again?
I don't really know much. Mother?
Yes.
Those symbols on the...
First your insights concerning your wedding, and now an interest in the The 3 symbols depict the 3 different forms that water takes. They are important. Water that falls from the sky. Water that springs from the earth. And water that is bathed by...
Oh. What's all this?
Not all water is the same. If it bubbles out of a spring, then it is spring water. Then it turns into stream water, perhaps into river water, and then sometimes later into sea water.
And if different forms of...
Then you can create water, but it's not as easy as you might imagine. Rain is water from the sky, but as soon as it lands in a puddle, then it becomes...
That stuff in the moon well, that's water bathed by moon.
Of course.
Could I take...
It is holy water. What do you need it for?
I'm thirsty, and I thought to myself...
Well, keep. This water is not intended.
About...
What do you...
I...
Really?
A growth potion.
Arbor has always managed perfectly well without magic up to now.
About...
What do you need?
I need it.
Really?
I just...
But why don't you just take normal water? Anyone falling for that will never...
About the...
What do you...
I... Well, the moon waters are particularly pure. I didn't want to trouble you with this, but then I thought, if I...
Oh, absolutely. Do you have a vessel? May the Moonwell water give you the help you need to become more beautiful, just as it has always helped me.
Do you know what can be
Done. It's a matter for humans.
How hard would it be for us to actually help?
If Alistair needs my advice, he can ask me, and up to now he has not done.
But...
I'm not...
See you...
Don't pull a face like a wilted willow, Ivo.
Right. Now water that has been bathed... Aha! That's got the set. There appears to be an amazing... I wonder... Mother?
Yes.
When you married...
I fell in love with him instantly. He was the wisest and...
And if you hadn't loved him, or if perhaps you hadn't even liked him, whether she wants it or not...
You didn't want to go to school either. Today you can play music. Please.
Why do you want me to marry this particular prince? And if I don't like him?
Then you will learn.
Why can't I fall...
And what happens if you don't fall in love? Don't be child.
Do you really...
You aren't really fat, my darling, but you aren't perfect.
Do I have to be
No one is perfect, but that doesn't... Once you are happy with yourself, then dissatisfaction can take...
See you later, Mother.
Don't pull a face like a wilted...
Pa?
Yes, Pop.
In light...
Oh,
In light...
the...
I've got quite...
Goodbye.
What can
I need a special sort...
a special...
Arbor, please help. I need water that...
There, the waterfall. As much water...
Oh, it's not that simple. That water's changed. I need...
You elves always like to make... You got a container? There you go. And don't start telling me that this is some kind of snot water or the like. This be tip...
Should work. I have to get... Water that's... Water... 2 symbols of glass. Let's hope that Arbor's donation of water that spills from the earth... It hasn't really spilled from the earth, but it is... Now all the symbols. Hello?
I'm always...
Are you really...
No, but it sounds better than I am the seer who saw more than any other being in the world, and...
There's talk...
It is not...
What?
It's something that...
Can you see it?
Stories repeat themselves. Other places, other participants...
Why am...
You are...
Should you not know that?
I didn't see that. When did you get pregnant?
I'm asking you...
Stupid romance. A woodland glade, a bed in the cornfield, not a mirror. Couldn't you and Nate have done that somewhere else?
Done what?
Oh, nothing.
I need today's password for the...
Of course. Your mother told the commander of the guards when she was standing next to the mirror surface of the moon well.
Can I have it?
Absolutely. I want to see how this develops.
Which, of course, you're not...
They wouldn't be...
By any chance, is the password...
How do you...
Stories repeat themselves. Thanks for that, unsettling...
Yes, you... But we will see each other...
You mean to say you will...
Yes, but I didn't mean that. You...
Really?
Yes, you will want to help a friend. That's...
Where will I...
In a flying town, in a house... Till then, Princess Ivo...
But... Oh... I don't know what I... Hey, Cheap. I'll be back... I wish there was something to indicate that the book was wrong, but unfortunately it's very sure, and I know it's right. I'm pregnant, and I just know that I need to get out of here before Mother finds... I wish there was some... I just... Pa?
Yes, Poppet?
Enlighten me.
The striped kakadu, laughing, bring the...
That... I've got quite...
Goodbye.
See... I'll leave her to work. This magical epidemic... When Nate saw the well for the first time, he started blabbering something. That was the point at which Mother made cheap. I'll leave this... waterfall and I have been... I wonder if... I know everything I need to know. Today's past, when I used it at the border, the watch will... And by the time they find out they've been duped... I don't know. Hey, Cheap. Do you think I could play the... Yeah, you're right. They'd blab to everyone. I'll be back... I wish there was... The medicine book is a bad-tempered, grumpy old... It's said that a rule... Since Nate left without saying so much as a word, Mother seized the opportunity to... So far, I've managed to frighten off every candidate successfully. But she's starting to lose her patience. Cheap Cheap does care. We do like teasing each other, but when the going gets... A good solid... Arbor's little... I'll only give it back when I don't... I don't know what I could ask. The willow is stretching. One part of the waterfall's already lying in its shadow. Since Nate left without saying so much as a word, Mother...
Very-
There appears to be a... The worms provide a great lure and should increase my fishing success rate, whatever that is. I always hang one onto the hook before I cast the line out. Nothing. A fishing hat, which not so long ago I thought was extremely hideous. But now... I am the master of all rods, the ruler of the river and the goddess of the water! And what's more, I'm looking good. That's me and fishing done. Arbor's little... I don't know what... I don't really know... Pa?
Yes. The exact opposite of fashionable.
It makes me a master fisherwoman.
Ah, you could have become one of those if you had fished for a few. Now the hat has robbed you of all that pleasure.
In light...
The more laugh.
I've got quite a...
Goodbye.
See you later. I'll leave her to work. This magical... Hey, Chief. Do you... Yeah. I'll be back... I wish there was something... I just know... I think I fished enough. I think I fished... Since Nate... I don't know what... I don't know what I could ask him. I've got sunflower seeds. I can imagine the whole... We will get through. Hey, Chief. I'll be back. No, he's suffered enough today. Cheap can be quite annoying, but when the going gets tough... Hey, Cheap. Do you want a few worms? Yes, nice. I really shouldn't. Cheap is a vegetarian and a gourmand. Worms are no more... Water, straight from the waterfall. It's unfortunate. I wish there was some... I just...